Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's gratitude and affirmation practice. Thank you so much for being here. Glad I still have my voice. Anyone want to take a guess as to how cold it is outside today? Not as cold as yesterday. So yesterday we were at 4 degrees. Today it is showing 22, which is still cold, but I can deal with 22. So number one gratitude is I'm just so thankful for the snow and getting to walk out in it. I am down officially to a week left before my move. So it's gotten a little stressful. But you know what? We're taking care of ourselves. So number two gratitude, Griffith got to read more of Onyx Storm yesterday. They did something crazy, so I really need to reread like a synopsis of books 1 and 2 because I'm like recognizing people's names. I just don't remember a lot of what happened. I remember the major things, but there's some parts that are happening and I'm like, I feel like I'm missing the greater context of this. So I don't know, I might reread them too, but book's been pretty good so far. Number 3, Crystal Show was really nice yesterday. Number 4, I had a really good time with my old roommate, Jess. So her and I went out and we got some dessert. And we talked about our lives and where we're at. And it was really good. It's just a weird feeling. If you followed me for a long time here, like, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in other videos. I've lived here my entire life. So while I went away to college, like I commuted back and forth, we have always had my own place, whether that was at my parents' house or otherwise here. And I'm not going to have that anymore. So it's a crazy life transition for me. And on one hand, I'm really excited to see where it goes. I think there's a lot of positivity to this. On the other hand, my brain's having a hard time because I don't feel like I'm leaving. Like it's not computing. I think even on moving day, I'm going to be like, I'm moving? So seeing her, it was just this weird moment of like, wow, I'm not going to see this person for a while. Number 5. You know what? I'm so grateful for Benadryl. One of my roommates graciously gave me some Benadryl yesterday. So here's the thing. One of my meals that I got was tofu and udon noodles. And I already know my body doesn't like soy. But I haven't really had anything lately to try soy. And I was like, okay, well this, I haven't had it really since going on my diet. This will like confirm. Well, there was soy in there. There were some onions in there. I'm pretty sure I react to both. However, it's wild when you start listening to your body. Like, I can tell when I eat something not great because I start to get this weird headache where it feels like my head's being split open. And I used to get migraines all the time as a child. Really bad ones. And I now wonder, I'm like, was I just eating things? Like, was my body just always so inflamed that the migraines were actually a symptom of my diet? And of course the stress of, going through what I went through. But now I'm starting to wonder. And I can always tell when it is an actual allergic reaction because I'll start to get itchy in like weird places, right? So it's not all over. Like the worst ones, like my stomach will itch. That makes sense because like your food's going through there. But my toes were so itchy last night. And I was like, what is going on? And then I realized, I was like, oh my God, it's the food I ate. I was like so uncomfortable. It's weird to try and like scratch a part of your body that there's not really a whole lot to scratch. So my roommate gave me Benadryl and man, did that help. Okay, I'm going to turn you guys around. So, switch my hands. Sorry guys, I accidentally hit the pause button. Here we are in all of its glory. We're gonna actually travel back. Stream's not as frozen today. There we go. I guess we'll just gonna have to hold it like this. Okay, so it's 5, 6. No, I think 6 was the Benadryl. We'll do 6 again. Got one of my favorite desserts. So, lava cake is one of my ultimate favorite desserts. I love it. So got that last night. Haven't had that in a long time. 7, my Reiki sessions today. Normally, I know what I want the session to be about, and I have somewhat of an idea today, but yeah, I guess we'll just see where that session goes. But I'm looking forward to it. You know, anything that could support me during this transition time, I am all for. Number 8. 8 for the day. Made a good trade yesterday. Took another trade. I don't know if this was real life or a dream. I think maybe both, but I had a dream that the stock just like took off. And so I haven't looked at it yet today. I'm curious. Well, what a good dream to have. So grateful for good dreams. Because my dreams have been pretty weird lately. And then, yeah, I'm just, you know, grateful to increase my skill set. And, you know, one of my goals, I would really love to get a house soon. So, of course, you need money to do that. And that's one of my big financial goals now, is getting a house. What are we on? I think that was 8. 9 for the day. It's going to be... I'm grateful that it's almost the weekend. Pretty much this evening will be the weekend. I'm grateful for that because I need to finish packing. And I think we're close enough now to where I can just pack up all of my stuff and leave it packed. I was starting to pack up some of my equipment, but you know, I'm going to fit everything. I'm a master packer. I can go on a 2-week trip with just a backpack. So it's going to work. I just need to see everything in the suitcase and, you know, figure it out from there. So all the big stuff's going to be packed up. I need to go to Lowe's, get some putty and, you know, or spackle for the walls, fill in some of the holes, but grateful pretty much everything's being taken care of. And, you know, my plants are going to be going to their temporary home tomorrow. You know, I saw a video on plants where a guy was saying that it's been scientifically proven that plants can identify their owner, and if their owner leaves and they come back within 2 kilometers, I don't know how much that is, like what, 6 miles? Is it 3 miles to a kilometer? Oh, you know what? A 5K is approximately, I think, 3.5 miles. So maybe that's within a mile. I'm just guesstimating. But I think that's so impressive. So, a little fun fact for you guys. Okay, and 10 for the day. You know, I'm grateful for a productive week. There hasn't been as much outside of work, but work has been very productive this week. So sometimes you just have to pick and choose your battles. And I just had a different battle than I had originally planned this week. So, all right. And I was trying to get all the videos off my phone. I got like 1 or 2 off, but it was taking so long yesterday. I'm going to have to do that again today. Okay, great. There we go. So those are my gratitudes. Grateful I have time in which to do that with my phone today. Also, I responded to all of your comments. So, got that done. Okay, message of the day. So we talked about yesterday about seeing space differently. About how we're so uncomfortable with empty space that we don't actually look at it as, spaciousness. The word, like, emptiness versus spaciousness. Spaciousness always has, like, a nice sound, nice ring to it for me. It's spacious, it's got room. It's empty, it's got room. Like, 2 different perceptions. So, the first step after, accepting the medicine and really changing our perspective around the spaciousness that we're in, the next step after that is, what are you going to do about it? What action are you going to take? How do you decide what's worthy of your space anymore? Just because we have room and the resources and the time, does that mean that it gets your resources, time, and attention and you're holding? Like, is it something valuable enough for you to hold? And we could see this, like, for example, if I have a free evening, one of the activities that I fall back on is reading. I have always loved to read, but it's usually I read like fantasy, or like something like business related or mindset related. But if I'm really just reading for the enjoyment of reading, it's fantasy. And that to me gives me back so much that I will always make space for reading. But I'm at the point in my life where if I don't like a book, I'm just going to stop reading it. I used to be that person that was like, okay, well, I'll just finish this one and go on to the next. If I am through a significant chunk of the book and I just don't like it, I'm not going to finish it. It is not a valuable use of the space of my time. So the same thing, we have a lot of space, and the first thing we usually do is we fill it up with all the stuff that we're comfortable with and we know. But what if that space opened up for you to actually get so much closer to the life that you desire to live? You have to, before filling up that space, ask yourself if those elements are a part of your better life, right? So, if they're a part of your better life, then those elements should be the ones to start taking up some of the space to give you that platform and some stability. But there's probably a lot of stuff that needs to go, and probably has shifted in the way of to go, and you just need to release it so that new, better things can come in. And if you're in a space, I got this really clearly, someone who's been in this space of like, I've been trying and nothing's worked, it hasn't happened yet, and I just got the sense of this person. I was seeing a guy who was there for like 2 to 3 years in this space. That's okay. But sorry guys, my gloves. But I would maybe ask yourself the question, are you just focusing on the empty space and not actually connecting to things that you greatly enjoy? Are you still halfway between? Do you have the medicine in your hand but have yet to give it to yourself? Because we're also very good at standing in spaces where we have the medicine, we know what we need to do, and we're just not doing it. And then we trick ourselves into thinking like, but I'm doing it, I'm doing the work. The work is fun, is play, is joy. If you're having a hard time connecting to those things, then the easiest and most simplest thing to do is have a perception shift. Because we have so much power and control over our thoughts. So, to have a perception shift, you gotta detach, because you're probably too attached to what you desire. If, for example, I desire to be a better reader, but I'm so focused on all the ways that I'm not a good reader, and I'm practicing, like let's say I've watched some videos on how to develop the reading skill set, and it's just not working. And I've been at this for months. The easiest and simplest thing to do to get what I desire is just to read and forget about all of that. And read for the seek the enjoyment of reading. You know, and sometimes when we've tangled ourselves and attached to something so strongly, this can be difficult to untangle ourselves. So at any point, if you feel very stuck, if you've been going at this for a long time, stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about it. Stop trying to get it. Give yourself a breather, and then go back to your space and reevaluate what's in your space. So that's the message of the day for today. And over this weekend, I'm going to be evaluating my space. There's different spaces: emotional space, mental space, physical space, energetic space. They all connect and overlap and, you know, make the complete picture. So that's a message. Let's go into the affirmations. What do we want to affirm for ourselves in our day? Number one, as always, I'm divinely guided and supported. I can ask for help when I need it. I humbly ask for help today. Number two, I love myself deeply, fully, and completely, and I am worthy of experiencing my deepest desires and feeling loved, nourished, cherished, supported, and cared for. Number three, I allow myself to be healed and healthy. And I always choose the medicine and go through a painless experience. Number four, I am wealthy. Number five, I am worthy. Number six, I'm not going to stress. Everything is being worked out for my ultimate good. And I can be in my state of fun, joy, play, and receiving. Number seven, what a beautiful day to be alive. Let's claim the day, our accomplishments, what we want the day to be, how we want to show up, and recognize that we are powerful co-creators of our present reality. We get to interact with all of this. Number eight, I choose again, and I choose so much better for myself. And I, with open arms and excitement and love, welcome in what is healthy for me and nourishing and supportive. And with gratitude and love, I release what is no longer for me. And I have accepted any of the lessons that I needed to learn. Number nine, this is a brand new day. It's a fresh start. We're not taking anything from yesterday into today. And today will be what it may. And I will be solidly present in it. And 10 for the day. I have infinite possibilities. And I choose what is most fun, exciting, nourishing, healthy, and will lead me to my deepest desires and interacts with my deepest desires and brings forth the ultimate life that I desire. That is all for today, guys. Love you all. What are you grateful for? What are you affirming? How are you guys doing? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys for tomorrow's video. Bye, everyone.